All right, today's lesson is angle relationships. What's our objective, class? Get ready?
Angle relationships.
Angle relationships, it's fun. I love doing geometry. When I taught at Murray High School it was a while ago, 96. You guys weren't even born yet. I taught a whole year of just geometry. So today we're going to do some vocabulary for vertical angles, adjacent angles, opposite angles, supplementary angles. We're also going to talk about corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles, and what their characteristics are. So here we got two intersecting lines. When lines intersect, they form angles, and there's relationships and names. So 1 and 3 are called vertical angles. What?
Vertical angles.
Vertical angles, just remember because they're opposite, but also 4 and 2 are also vertical. The characteristic of vertical angles are they're congruent. All right, so 2 is congruent to 4, 1 is congruent to 3. Now, if angles are next to each other, we call them adjacent angles. What are they called when they're next to each other? Get ready?
Adjacent.
Adjacent. So 1 and 4 is adjacent, but look, 1 and 2 are adjacent. 2 and 3 are adjacent, and 3 and 4 are adjacent. So there's a property between adjacent angles. Let's look at 1 and 4. Look at the straight angle that it forms. Because it makes a straight line, 1 and 4 are supplementary. That means 180 degrees. What do we call it when it's 180 degrees? Get ready?
Supplementary.
Supplementary. Supplementary is 180 degrees. So let's suppose I have these two intersecting lines, and I say that angle 1 has a certain measure of 120 degrees. What can I know about angle 3, angle 2, and angle 4? Well, we learned that 1 and 3 are vertical angles. The relationship is they're congruent. So, Hannah?
So 3 would be 120.
It'd also be 120. Good.
And
What about 2 and 4?
you would subtract 180 from 120.
So wait a minute. You're saying this angle here is a straight angle or supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. So if this much of it's 120, she said subtract your 120. That would leave us with 60 degrees. Angle 4. So therefore, what would the measure of angle 2 be, think? You ready?
60 degrees.
Very good, 60 degrees. So think of that. 180, there's your supplementary. Here's your supplementary. There's your supplementary. Everything's going to add up to 180 degrees. So we talked about supplementary. We talked about congruent. Now we're going to do a problem that is sure to show up on a test question. And a lot of students look at this, they go, well, I see this angle, and I know this, and this is given, but how in the world would I ever know angle 4? It's like clear up there. How would I know that? Well, what if I worked my way up and said, oh yeah, hey, these are supplementary, that's vertical, so I know those two. Oh wait, and if I know that, and I know that triangles all add up to 180, I could figure out that. Oh, and if I know that, I can figure out that. So we're going to ripple our way up one at a time, and pretty soon we'll know everything about this picture. All right, if these two are vertical angles, what is the measure of angle 2, think?
4.
Get ready?
40 degrees.
40 degrees. If angle 1 and 2 are supplementary, that means they add up to 180, what would just angle 1 be? How would I do that? Liesl?
You would subtract 40 from 180, and so that would equal 140 degrees.
140 degrees, perfect. So now I know angle 1, 140 degrees. And there's my 2, I know that. So now, what's my knowledge of a triangle? I've got a 90 degree here, a 40. I don't know this one, but what should all 3 angles add up to in a triangle? Joseph?
180.
180 degrees. It's just kind of a known fact about triangles, right? All 3 angles add up. So if I know 2 of them, could I add these 2 together and subtract from 180? That would tell me what my third angle should be. Let's do that real quick. 90 plus 40 is 130. Right here I'm going to write 180 minus 130. Subtract 8 minus 3 is 5. So this one is 50 degrees. Check. Is 50 plus 40 plus 90, is that 180 degrees? Yes. So we did it right. Okay. Look at this. I'm rippling my way upward. My last unknown angle is angle 4. How could I figure out angle 4? Hold on. Sorry, Spencer, I owe you a ticket.
So what you can do is you subtract 50 from 180
Why 180? Where are you getting that from?
because it's a line.
You seeing like right there?
Yeah,
It's like a straight angle.
yeah, it's a straight angle, so you're able to subtract it from 180 and get 130 degrees.
Boom, 130 degrees. So now I know angle 4, angle 3, angle 2, angle 1. I know everything about it. So give me a nod if, yeah, I think I'm okay. Makes sense? Raise your hand if you already knew everything of this. This is like a review. Okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand if this is kind of new. There were some new things in here. Okay, awesome. All right. Let's do another one like this. Oh, just by the way, here's a cool little tidbit. So you know in a right triangle you've got your 90 and you've got two other angles. What do you notice about the other two angles? It's 50 and 40. The other two angles will always add up to 90. If they add up to 90, there's a special name for that. But I like to think of it like if I paid someone a compliment, it's the right thing to do. Oh. Oh. Okay, complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. How many degrees is a complementary angle? Get ready?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. I should say how much do they add up to? 90 degrees. So if I had a 90-degree angle that was divided into two different angles, or three, and I said angle 3 and 4, I could say, hey, 3 and 4 are complementary. They add up to 90 degrees. So I remember by a complement is the right thing to do. So it's a right angle. All right, transversals. All right, a transversal is a line that intersects two parallel lines. And remember, parallel is equal distant apart, going in the same direction. So if a transversal cuts, it actually creates a whole angle relationship here that's mirrored down here. And we're going to talk about all the names for all of these parts. It's kind of cool. All right, so corresponding angles. Let me move this up just a hair. Corresponding angles are angles on the same side and the same shape. So 2 would correspond to 6 because they're the same side and the same shape. They're called corresponding angles. What are they called? Get ready?
Corresponding angles.
Corresponding angles. So I'm going to call some students. I need 3 more corresponding angles in this picture. All right. How about Avery? Say again? She says 5 and 1. She's absolutely right. I'm going to use different symbols so you see that. In fact, I'm going to write angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding. She said angle 1 and angle 5. What else is corresponding? Colin.
3 and 7.
Angle 3 and angle 7. He's right. I'm going to do a tick mark on this one. And what else? Weston.
7 and 8.
7 and 8 are adjacent. It's got to be on the same side and the same shape.
4 and 8.
4 and 8. Bingo. We're going to do this one double tick. Now, do you notice that we said same side and same shape? Is it fair to say they're congruent? Yes. Corresponding angles are congruent. What do we say, class? Get ready?
Corresponding angles are congruent.
Congruent. And look, that's obtuse. This is obtuse. Because it's cut by the same transversal and they're parallel, they are the same measure. Let's talk about alternate interior. So have you ever heard of, and let's hold our paper still, just do that after if that's okay. Have you ever heard of an interior designer? They're people who decorate the insides of buildings and rooms, like they decorate the inside. They're called interior designers. So we're going to talk about the interior of our drawing and the exterior. Interior, exterior. Make sense? Okay? So if I said alternate interior, when I walk, I do my left foot, then my right foot. I'm alternating, right? Left, right. I don't go left foot, left foot, left foot. So when I alternate, I walk left, right. Look, alternate, left side, right side. It's on the interior. So that's how you can remember alternate interior goes left side, right side, and it's on the inside. So 3 and 6 is alternate interior. What's my other alternate interior pair? Michelle. She says 5 and angle 4. She's right. And look, they're congruent. Here's the obtuse one, 4. It's congruent with 5. So alternate interior angles are congruent. What do we say, class? Get ready?
Alternate interior angles are congruent.
Very good. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So then now let's talk exterior. We said interior, exterior, interior, exterior. Same principle with alternate. Let's do black. Alternate would be left side, right side. 1 and 8 are alternate exterior angles. What's my other alternate exterior pair? Samantha.
Yeah, 7 and 2.
7 and 2. Look, they're both acute too. That helps you remember. Let's do a single tick. 7 and 2 are alternate exterior. What are they called, class? Get ready.
Alternate exterior.
Alternate exterior, and they're also congruent. Okay, let's make sure our books are put away and that we're totally focused up here. Okay, we're going to do a fun one. We're going to tell you one angle degree and see if we can puzzle our way through to find everything about this picture. Let me shrink that down just a hair. So we have angle 8 right here is 55 degrees. By the way, sometimes they'll say measure of angle 8. That little m means the measure of, but they use the word measure. But m angle 8 means measure of angle 8. If this is 55, can we figure out everything about this whole drawing? Based on vertical angles, supplementary angles, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles? Yes, we can. 5 and 8, they're vertical. What's the measure of angle 5? Think. You ready?
55.
55 degrees. Angle 5 and angle 6 are supplementary. How will I figure out angle 6? Who have I not called on? Kaylee.
Subtract 55 from 180.
Subtract 55 from 180. She didn't have to think. She just was like, boom, and I got it. It's 125. So then what's angle 7? Jasmine? 125 degrees. Would it be safe to say that this whole 55, 125, 55, 125, is that the same up here? Yeah. The parallel lines, because they're parallel, has to be the same exact measures up here. So I can really just mirror this. And look, 8 corresponds to 4, so that's 55. 6 corresponds to 2, so that's 125. These are vertical, that's 55. These are vertical, that's 125. Boom, done. Okay. We're going to skip the last one. It's a pretty fun one, but I want you guys to have a little more homework time today. So we're going to go on to our practice at 371. Take a 20-second stand-up break.